Today, we're talking about a project that is so much more than just code and crypto. It's about culture. It's about the legacy of a true Houston music legend and how his one-of-a-kind rhythm is being reborn as a new kind of value for a whole new generation. All right, let's get into it.
You know, this one sentence really says it all. It's the entire philosophy behind what we're about to unpack. In a world that's all about moving fast, all about hype, this project is making a very deliberate choice to slow things down, build real trust, and create something with some actual soul.
Okay, so first things first, to really get what's happening now, we have to understand where it all came from. At the absolute heart of this story is Chopped and Screwed. This was a completely groundbreaking DJ technique that didn't just change a few songs, it literally changed the entire vibe of Southern hip-hop, creating this heavy, slow, super immersive sound.
So let's start with the man himself, the innovator who set this whole new tempo for an entire generation.
Robert Earl Davis Jr. The world knew him as DJ Screw, with so much more than a DJ. I mean, this man was a pillar of the Houston community. His screw tapes were legendary, sure, but they were also a launch pad. If you got on a screw tape, you made it. That was a stamp of approval. But his impact went way beyond music. He was famous for his generosity, for just looking out for people when times were tough. A true H-Town legend, plain and simple.
And this right here, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? This was the philosophy DJ Screw lived by. And it's the exact same philosophy that's baked right into the DNA of this project. It's about building something that lasts, not just chasing a quick thrill. It's about honoring the roots while helping it grow.
So the big question is, how does an incredible legacy like that find a new home on the blockchain? Well, it turns out it's being guided by someone who was there from the very beginning.
Now, this is absolutely key. This isn't some outsider trying to cash in on a culture. The founder, DJ Gold, is an original member of DJ Screw's own crew, the Screwed Up Clique. He's not just a fan, he's family. He lived this legacy firsthand, and you can just feel how much he sees it as his duty to carry that torch forward and empower the community that they both came from.
And check this out, this is how they're doing it. It's actually genius. They've mapped the original movement directly onto Web3 tools. So think about it. The tight-knit Screwed Up Clique, that's basically the blueprint for a community DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization where everyone has a say. The rarity of those original tapes handed out on the street, that translates perfectly to scarcity mechanics for the token. See? This isn't a gimmick. It's a direct, thoughtful translation of a cultural model that already worked.
And this is what it all boils down to. In the crypto space, which can feel so chaotic and crazy fast, this is a conscious choice to move at the speed of trust, at the speed of community, at human speed. Okay, so we've talked about the soul, the why behind all this. Now let's get into the substance, the what. What actually gives this token its weight?
Let's just put it out there. When a lot of people hear new token, their minds jump straight to meme coins. Well, this is absolutely not that. The difference is night and day. We're talking about something built for stability and real-world value, not just pure hype. It's focused on actual, in real-life utility from day one.
And when they say real-world assets, they are not kidding around. The token's value is stabilized by actual tangible things. We're talking physical silver in secure vaults, gold-backed securities, strategic real estate, and even fractional ownership in iconic hip-hop music. This creates a rock-solid foundation of real-world value.
The tokenomics tell the exact same story. I mean, just look at the biggest slice of that pie. A full 35% is set aside for community and ecosystem rewards. That tells you everything you need to know. This is all about giving back to the people who build and support the culture, not just lining the pockets of a few insiders.
Okay, and this is the really cool part, where digital meets the real world. This token isn't just something you hold in a wallet. You can actually use it to buy exclusive merch, pay for stuff at shops in Houston, like the legendary Screwed Up Records and Tape Store, and get into special events. And get this, a piece of the transactions goes right back to the Screw Love Foundation to fund youth music programs. It's about supporting the next generation, just like DJ Screw always did.
So, with all this heart and history, how does this project actually get into the hands of the community it's built to serve? Let's look at the playbook.
They're starting by, well, literally spreading the love. Get a load of this number. 10 million! That's how many coins they're airdropping to the community. And this is straight out of the DJ Screw playbook. It's an act of generosity for sure, but it's also about education. It's about giving people a real stake and helping them get comfortable with this new tech in a safe, community-first way.
And just like one of Screw's tracks, the rollout is slow and deliberate. This is no surprise drop. It's a totally transparent 6-week plan that builds trust every single step of the way. They're laying all their cards on the table, week by week, from proving the foundation to showing off the real-world assets.
Now, for anyone thinking about getting involved, please listen up, because this part is super, super important. It's pretty straightforward, but you have to be careful. You'll need a self-custody wallet, something like MetaMask. You fund it with some ETH for gas fees, and then, and I cannot stress this enough, you have to verify you are using the one and only official contract address from their website, screwlovecoin.io. Once you're sure about that, you can trade for it on a DEX like Uniswap. Seriously, being careful is your best friend in crypto.
And that's really the mission here, isn't it? It's not just about owning a token. It's about taking ownership of the culture, preserving a legacy, and securing a new kind of value that flows right back to the community that created it in the first place.
Which leaves us with this one big, fascinating question to think about. In this world that's getting more digital by the second, can a token, a piece of code on a blockchain, really become a vessel for something as deep as a cultural legacy? Can it do more than just represent it? Can it actually help preserve and grow it for the future? Well, only time will tell, but the tempo has definitely been set.